Hey, what's going on YouTube? Gonna be making quite a few videos, short little videos, some longer videos of the ongoing remodel of this damn house. I guess I should call this. There's another guy on YouTube that has a video that he curses in his title. I guess you could probably figure it out. I'm gonna call it this damn house because it's getting to that point, guys. As you guys know, I think I said in my last video, we had a flood in the basement again. Thank God, not in this new area. I don't know how the hell the water did not penetrate and get over here, but by the grace of God, it did not. So it did get into this wall, mostly low and then upper high by the stairs. Came under the stairs, flowed into that wall, flowed into the back wall. Soaked all this carpet down here, a little bit under to the bed, which we're going to work on today. I moved everything over this way so I can get the carpet out this way, and then we're going to do the same thing on that end and stuff. So with that being said, guys, we were not going to remodel, as you guys remember my previous videos, we weren't going to remodel this half of the basement, at least not pay for it. I was going to probably do it myself, just paint it, update it, whitewash the brick, and tie it all together. Well, now our hands are tied. Now that we're ripping out the floor, I got to rip out walls. At that point, guys, we're going to have to remodel the basement and just get it looking like that other side. But here's the deal, and this is something I suggest you guys do. If you have something like this happen, or you move into a new house, or what's good or what's bad, I highly suggest don't do, and we pretty much didn't in this house, don't do the pretty stuff until you have the guts of the house completely looked over and checked. We did that to a point. What we failed to do, and I should say I failed to do, because my wife is 11 years younger than me and doesn't have a lot of experience with homes and shit. I should have known better. But we had dumped $40,000 in this house already. We did plumbing upstairs and a bunch of other things. And I thought we were okay. And plus we kind of had our backs to the wall. Came to redoing this part because of the leak from the patio door. And the exposed wall and the cold coming in and all that shit. So I'm not entirely upset we did this. I would have been upset if it got ruined. But I should have also been proactive and checked the sub pump. And just had that shit checked out. And I didn't because everything was running good. So with that being said, definitely get your plumbing checked out, guys. We have some other problems. I'm not going to dive into them. There's a lot of do-it-yourself bullshit that this guy did that owned the house before us. Like, for example, this tiny-ass little green hose that's attached to this apparently shitty quality Morton thing that the plumber's saying, you know, that's going to be a problem. They're junk. And the fact that he put that goofy little tube in the back with hard water, well water, it's gonna blow. Matter of time. All these little things, right? The way he drained out the water from the sump pump into like a little 2.5, 3-inch flex pipe. We need to dig that up outside before the last thaw and put in a PVC, deeper PVC, like at least 3-inch or 4-inch pipe, so there's never risk of that backing up or getting filled or whatnot. So there's some work we got to do. So with that being said, are choosing to not even fix the basement as far as the pretty goes. There's no point in us, after ripping all this shit out, there's no point in us redoing all this when we still have possible plumbing stuff that could happen. Right now everything's running good again, but it could happen. Until we put the money into knowing every damn valve, every damn shutoff, every pipe, every spot weld or whatever you use, every solder, all these things are good, and we don't got to worry. Then we'll go ahead, when the money's right and the timing is right, we'll go ahead and redo the rest of this basement. So what we're going to do is I'm not necessarily going to rip out all the carpet. I think that line right there that goes under the bed, I'm pretty sure the water stopped all completely by the time it got to there. So if this is all dry, I'm going to leave it because it kind of ties into this. It kind of, why why do more work than I need to? Because whatever company I hire, which will probably be Brent, to redo this, let them do it. It's going to be all part of the price, right? Let them cut the shit out. Same with the walls. I'm not going to rip these walls right out. I'm going to cut out the wet, kind of feel around, check it out, maybe try to blow air up in there. The walls I'm not particularly worried about. Probably within the next year, I'm going to probably get the basement done and have the plumbing done and all that over the course of the year. But I also want to make sure I air it out. I cut out the stuff that got really wet. And there might be just holes, you know. Maybe I'll patch them. I probably won't. I'll probably just leave the holes. This is just a bullshit wall, but it does attach behind the furnace. So I really want professionals to kind of rip this stuff out. Be careful and all that shit. So with that being said, I'm probably, like I said, just going to cut out those parts. And that's it. I'm not going to overwork myself. When the company that comes to redo this eventually, they can do the demo. That's what you pay them for. If anything, it'll be a little cheaper because there won't be as much demo. But let them do all that shit. I'm not going to rip all this out and then have the cold coming in and knowing that I'm not going to do anything for this basement probably for at least a year. So we decided we're going to move upstairs like we are now. I got to do a little work to the closet, maybe put in an actual closet made dividers to hang clothes and shit, because right now we just have one of these one closet because we redid the closet, made it nice. But I ripped out their junky wire shit out, and I just threw that in there because it was a guest room. But now that we're going to be using it a lot more, we're just going to go ahead and put in a nice closet-made, I don't know what you call them, guys, like a, you know, just closet, where you got shelves in the middle and a little bit of hanging room so we can kind of use it, get some of the clothes off the floor, and because it's a tight room. So we're just going to shut the door to the basement, and we'll probably keep all this stuff down here, right? I might take the bed down, flip the mattress up on its side, put it maybe in like a cheap bag because it's going to be inside, so it's not going to be an expensive ass one. Clean up clutter, dust, keep it clean, whatever down here. It's not like it's just going to be like some horror, whatever. I'll probably still come down here and turn a game and whatever. It's just not going to look good. You know, this whole area is not going to look good. But whatever, I don't care. We'll live upstairs because I want to focus on the plumbing. So this is going to be, it hopefully is going to be, and I think it's going to, it sounds pretty positive, that the insurance company is going to cover because I'm covered for sub pump damage. I have the minimum policy, but I'm glad I had something, is for $10,000 and $5,000 for mold mitigation. Well, I don't think I'm going to have any mold mitigation needed, so we won't be using any of that. But the $10,000 minus my $1,000 deductible, so we'll get $9,000. $9,000 would definitely fix this entire basement. Pretty easy, I think. Well, probably probably damn near right to $9,000. Probably maybe another $1,000 out of my pocket because they got to do a little more work in that room now and tear out walls. So, but again, I'm going to take some of that money and we're going to have the plumber get started. And mind you, this is a friend plumber, so he can do a lot more work for a lot less money than calling a regular plumber. So we're going to have a plumber start making, he's going to make a list for us. And he's going to tell us stuff that, like, yeah, like maybe this shit down here with this hot water tank, that shit might need to be, like, you know, redone, you know, look at these things getting all nasty and shit. PVC into whatever and whatever. Fact of the matter is, we're going to start repairing the major shit. And then we might hang back and slowly do other stuff. You know what I mean? But eventually get all the plumbing done. We don't want to burn through all that money. This year, me and my wife, before we knew this even happened, said, okay, this is going to be about saving money. No crazy huge purchases. No wasted spending. We make really good money. Our savings account really took a hammer last year because of my back injury and not going to work. And, you know, she had some issues and then layoffs and just all sorts of bullshit. So this year we really want to just restack up the savings account, which we're going to be able to do. And you know what? When we get, my wife's getting that $30,000 bonus that she doesn't get all right away. She already got $6,000 of it. After taxes, you're probably at like $4,000. She's going to be getting $16,000 here in a few weeks. After taxes, you're going to look, I've gotten that bonus before. After that, you're probably looking at about $11,750. That includes your paycheck, which your paycheck's around $1,300 after taxes a week, so you got to take that off that amount. So we're going to clear like an extra 10 grand. This $10,000 that we're going to get, so that right there's already starting off the year right financially. With that being said, guys, we've got problems. We could easily throw $20-some thousand in this house, no problem, super quick. We do not want to do that. We want to use that money to build up the savings account again, add to what we already have in there, and just stack, stack, stack. And that doesn't really bother me because we can then just easily write a check whenever we want. When we feel super comfortable, get to that dollar amount that we want to be at, be like, okay, we're good now. Let's go ahead and just cut a $10,000 check, get this taken care of. So this is all going to be done by design. This is not going to be, let's throw every dollar we have into the house where we're completely broke and living paycheck to paycheck. That's not going to happen. Not doing it. Don't care if we just got to do this, guys. Right here. Shut the door. Shut the door. It stinks. It's a problem for mold, bacteria. Shut the door. We have a kitchen, you know, that still needs money thrown at it, but for now, whatever. Don't mind the mess, guys. We've got shit everywhere right now. We're starting to get messy again because of all the bullshit. We've got the living room. We've got our guest room upstairs. We got our rooms we can enjoy. We got our bathroom. That leads me to my next point. And then this video will be getting done because I got to go pick up my buddy from a surgery he had. The bathroom, we are thinking about, probably are going to do it, I think. I don't know if I talked to you guys, but this bathroom, when you look at it, it's not bad. We had all new plumbing done when we moved in, so we know it's not leaking. All this liner bullshit was done by the previous owners. It's overall in pretty good shape. Would I be spending any money to get a new bathtub or bathroom? No, I would not. They did rot out the floor. I cut out the rot, and it's just been covering it up. So we need a new floor. But I talked to the plumber. The reason why I'm having a problem is the liner's failing from the drain, or I should say the drain's failing, which backfilled water up under the liner, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. It's never going to get better. It's going to be a major problem if we keep letting it rise under there. I am going to try to take that drain out today, and some videos I've watched has shown that water will actually drain out of the tub, or you can press up a little bit and you can get some of the water out. If I can do that, if I can get some of that water to drain back down to the drain, and I can re-tape the drain, because it's a newer drain, it's just probably the tape or the rubber seal's bad, and I can put that thing back in there and save money, I'm going to do it. Again, not because it's not like it's so bad that, like, oh my God, you know, we need a new shower. But if that don't work, and the plumber said he pretty much have to rip that liner out. Well, you start ripping the liner out, I've got damage on the floor down here. I fixed the wall, but it's technically rotted. It's just full of putty. And I just don't want to worry about it, and it's something that needs to be addressed. We want to get rid of this tub. It's too small to soak in anyways. My wife don't take baths. It's too small for me to even take a bath. We don't have kids. So we are going to do one of those bathtub to shower conversions. But we found a company that will do it for way less than, there's a million of these companies. They're a highly rated company in my area. 4.7 stars with tons and tons of reviews. They are literally to redo this, and it's still going to seem high to you guys, and I understand that I could probably do it myself for way cheaper. I could get the drop-ins at Menards. You know, yes, I understand. I could probably redo all this for, I'm going to say $3 grand. That's probably bringing in a plumber to make sure it's all done right. He gave us a price of $8,200. Only a couple upgrades I did. The glass doors still we wanted, and we wanted double spray heads, a lower one for my wife who's only 5 foot tall, and a higher one for me because I'm almost 6 foot tall, and a seat and some handles so that we're prepared to age out. We're also, you know, just in general, I've slipped in the shower before, and I'm younger, you know, so anybody could be good to have a handle. If you slip in the shower, you have something to grab onto that's drilled right into the stud. So $8,200. It doesn't include anything in the bathroom, but realistically, guys, look around. Again, we don't live in the Grand Mahal, but it's a nice house. I've repainted. I fixed the problem, the holes that the other people put here. I'm going to redo the cabinet still. I haven't done it yet, but I have the paint and I have all the material, the new hinges, new poles. I'm going to sand it down. I'm going to paint it. Eventually, we'll get a new top. This top is still pretty nice. It's got some browns in it that we don't really like, but they're really light, and there's some blues. So it kind of goes nice with everything. We got brand new, nice, heavy-duty faucets. The plumbing's been done. The toilet works great. So I put some cabinets here that are just literally pushed in there. They look good. We don't need to remodel the bathroom. I pretty much have done like a light remodel anyways. You know, maybe we do need to repaint because I kind of screwed up on the lines or whatever, but if we can pull all this out and put in a very nice walk-in, beautiful looking shower, have my guy come out here and lay us down a nice new floor. Maybe we might pop the toilet out because this toilet is super hard to clean. Not that you want to see my toilet, but we keep it pretty clean, but it's hard to get brushed down and all that shit to clean it up. So we're going to get a better probably toilet. Other than that, you know, that'll be it. Yes, we still got to do hallway work. We got to do doors, but one thing at a time. But this is an actual plumbing issue that could become problematic pretty soon. So we very well might spend $8,200, which is leaving less than the cost of the money we're going to get from the insurance company, not counting money we already have, to redo that bathroom and get a good shower in there. Because then that's essentially everything on the upstairs of the house is done, and there's nothing that can really go wrong. Knock on wood, right? I mean, you say that, there's always something, but you know what I mean, right? For the most part, the plumbing's been redone up here. The windows are good. Everything's good. Insulation's good. We are going to eventually need a new roof. That's a whole nother thing, you know. There is a problem going on with this door with it leaking underneath. I got to get that fixed, but that's like a slow thing. But anyways, everything up here will be good to go. We can live up here, and then we can just cash flow. I might even take my hand at redoing that part myself. I can do it for way less money. It's not rocket science. I will have to learn to do some drywall. I know it's not going to be necessarily easy. Might have to buy some parts or, you know, stuff to do it. I don't know. We'll debate on that, but I'm not going to rush into it. We could easily, like I said, guys, we could throw $8,000 in the bathroom. We had a guy quote us $8,500. My guy, I should tell you, Brent, that did good work for us. For $8,500, he'll redo the entire bathroom. New doors, new pocket door to the guest room, new flooring, new shower, stand-up shower, but only a 3-foot by 4-foot, and then taking the rest of that space and turning it into a closet so we can put towels. I love the thought of that, but I don't like the thought of shrinking the shower to smaller. I think as you get older and a little wider and whatever, you know, I think that'll be too tight. So I kind of just want to forego that idea and just get the full shower. So I probably could even have him do it. They say these showers that they got with the acrylic backings and stuff you can't really get in the stores. I'm going to go check that out today to see if they're telling the truth. Because I am going to price it out if I just bought the shit. I've even talked to the plumber that just helped fix our... And I can pay him to even he can put in a whole new shower. So I am going to price things out. I'm not just going to jump on it. The guy wasn't real pushy about us signing up for it. They are a good price compared to all the other companies. The other companies want $16,000, $20,000, $15,000. You guys are retarded just to, you know, and yes, they're going to pull everything out, fix any mold, fix any problems, put in new base. They're going to do all the work and do it in one day. It'd be spectacular. But I'm not paying $15,000 just to have a shower. $8,000 is probably my sweet spot. $8,200. I don't got to touch it. It's all done. I know it's done right. It's plumbed in. Everything's new. New drain because the drain was leaking and I just puttied it shut. I'd be okay with that. I don't feel like that'd be a waste of money. And you're going to get value back eventually redoing the whole bathroom like that. It's going to add value to the house. So, you know, do I spend $2,000 or $3,000 and save $5,000 or $4,500? Or do I just spend the $4,500, work a little bit of overtime? You know, that'll knock my actual cost down to, you know, $3,000. So spend $3,000 more dollars, you know, and get it a really nice looking, all done up bathroom. So that's what we're thinking we're going to probably do. And we're just going to mediate the water problem in the basement. And pretty much that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to continue to save all the rest of the money. We also get our profit check bonus coming in February, which this year we didn't get all of our hours that were needed to get 100% of it, but we're going to get about 70% of it. And I think this year it's going to be right around $10,000 to $12,000 a person. So that me and my wife both get it. So that's going to be reduced down to, I believe I'm going to get like $7,700 and she's going to get like $6,600. So that's like 13, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, almost $14,000. Minus taxes, that's another injection of $10,000. We do have to pay taxes because we make pretty good money, and I need to readjust what we're paying in taxes, but I'm going to end up owing, so we're going to, so there's money that's got to come out of the bank to pay that. So everybody wants their money, guys. It goes, so you make good money, but it also goes, and it can go as fast as it comes in, and we're not doing that this year. We're going to control it the best we can, so when things do happen that need to be taken care of, it's not a crisis. I don't like having crises, especially money. I don't like stressing about money, and we make too good of money to stress about it. So a house, you guys, will take as much money as you want to throw at it. You could look at the most perfect house, and it'll take money. Oh, I want to change the color. Oh, I want to change that trim. Or, oh, the door handle really is looking old. Or, it don't matter, guys. Every house. So you got to know your limits, and you got to decide. But the biggest thing, if you guys get a house that you don't know yet, or you look through it, make sure the guts are good. The insulation in the attic is good. The plumbing is good. The electrical is good. Get all that shit done before you start making it pretty. Now, we did make this room pretty, the living room pretty, but there was nothing that could really damage it in here. We had to get it taken care of a little bit, you know what I mean? So anyway, video for now. There'll be many more updates. We're going to do more work tonight. And yeah, looking forward to 2026. It's starting out really rough, but hopefully it settles down. You guys have a good week.